Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on September 22nd, 2021 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Karodi Vajalam
Panggung Langayate Girim
Yatithata Vahanmane
Shri Gurum Dinatarinam
Paramananda Madhavam
Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram.
Hare Om Sat Sat.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will be continuing with the compilation of Shri Krishna Chaitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled as Descending from Govardhan, Lord Gopal grants interview Lord Chaitanya and Srila Rupa Goswami, Part 2. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 18.39.
3 দিন গোপাল দর্শন। এই মতো 3 দিন গোপালে দেখিলা, চতুর্থ দিবসে গোপাল সমন্দিরে গেলা।
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw the Gopal deity for 3 days. On the 4th day, the deity returned to his own temple.
So, Lord Gopal came to his village just to give audience to Lord Chaitanya.
So Lord Gopal came to this village just to give audience to Lord Chaitanya.
Lord Chaitanya had his darshan for 3 days.
And Lord Chaitanya had his darshan for 3 days. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 18.40.
চতুর্থ দিনে গিরির উপরস্থিত মন্দিরে গোপালের নিত্য গীত মুখে গমন। গোপাল সঙ্গে চলি আইলা নিত্য গীত করি, আনন্দ কোলাহলে লোক বলে হরি হরি।
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu walked with the deity of Gopal and he chanted and danced, and a large and jubilant crowd of people also chanted the transcendental name of Krishna.
Hari Hari.
Hari Hari. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 18.41.
প্রভুর গোপাল দর্শন বাঞ্ছা পূরণ। গোপাল মন্দিরে গেলা, প্রভু রহিলা তলে, প্রভুর বাঞ্ছা পূর্ণ সব করিল গোপালে।
The Gopal deity then returned to his own temple, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained at the bottom of the hill. Thus, all the desires of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were satisfied by the Gopal deity.
Here is confirmed that the Gopal deity did this pastime is to give his darshan to Lord Chaitanya.
Here, it is confirmed that the Gopal deity did this pastime just to give his darshan to Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 18.42.
মহা কৃপালু গোপাল দর্শনে ভক্তের ভাব। এই মতো গোপালের করুণ স্বভাব, সেই ভক্ত জনের দেখিতে হয় ভাব।
This is the way of Lord Gopal's kind behavior to his devotees. Seeing this, the devotees were overwhelmed by ecstatic love.
How Gopal deity is giving his mercy to the devotees.
How the Gopal deity was giving his mercy to the devotees.
So, we could appreciate Lord Chaitanya, Gopal deity, Lord Gopal, giving a special mercy to Lord Chaitanya and all the other devotees.
So they could appreciate Lord Gopal giving his special mercy to Lord Chaitanya and all the other devotees. C.C. Madhya 18.43
দয়াময় গোপালের কোন ছলে ভক্তকে দর্শন দান দেখিতে উৎকণ্ঠা হয় না চলে গোবর্ধনে কোন ছলে গোপাল আসি উতরে আপনে
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very eager to see Gopal, but he did not want to climb Govardhan hill. Therefore, by some trick, the Gopal deity personally descended.
Otherwise, Lord Chaitanya could not see the Gopal deity.
Otherwise, Lord Chaitanya could not see the Gopal deity.
While playing the part of a devotee, he could not climb the Govardhan hill.
Because he was playing the part of a devotee, he could not climb the Govardhan hill.
Gopal in darshan by some trick.
So Gopal gave darshan by some trick. C.C. Madhya 18.44
যখন যে স্থানে থাকেন তথায় আসিয়া ভক্তের পদদর্শন লাভ প্রভু কুঞ্জে রহে প্রভু রহে গ্রামান্তরে যেই ভক্ত তাহা আসি দেখয়ে তাহারে
In this way, giving some excuse, Gopal sometimes remains in the bushes of the forest and sometimes he stays in a village. One who is a devotee comes to see the deity.
Now this is the secret of Lord Gopal.
So this is the secret of Lord Gopal. C.C. Madhya 18.45
শ্রীরূপ সনাতনকে ওই রূপ কুঞ্চলে দর্শন দান পর্বতে নাচরে দুই রূপ সনাতন এই রূপে তা সবারে দিয়াছেন দর্শন
The two brothers Rupa and Sanatana did not climb the hill. To them also Lord Gopal granted an interview.
It's understood by this verse that somehow Lord Gopal came down
So it is understood from this verse that somehow Lord Gopal came down
and thus granted audience to Rupa and Sanatan.
and thus granted audience to Rup and Sanatan. C.C. Madhya 18.46
গোপাল দর্শন বাঞ্ছা হেতু শ্রী রূপের গোপাল দর্শন বৃত্তান্ত বর্ণন বৃদ্ধকালে রূপ গোসাই না পারে যাইতে বাঞ্ছা হইল গোপালের সৌন্দর্য দেখিতে
In ripe old age, Srila Rupa Goswami could not go there, but he had a desire to see the beauty of Gopal. C.C. Madhya 18.47
মথুরায় বল্লপুত্র বিঠ্ঠলেশ্বর গৃহে এক মাস অবস্থান নীলচ্ছ ভয়ে আইলা গোপাল মথুরা নগরে এক মাস রহিল বিঠ্ঠলেশ্বর ঘরে
Due to fear of the Muslims, Gopal went to Mathura, where he remained in the house of Vittaleshwar for 1 full month. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. When the two brothers Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami went to Vrindavan, they decided to leave there. Following Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's example, they did not climb the hill because they considered it non-different from Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. On some pretext, the Gopal deity granted Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu an audience beneath the hill, and Gopal similarly favored Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. During his ripe old age, when Rupa Goswami could not go to Govardhan hill because of invalidity, Gopal kindly went to Mathura and remained at the house of Vittaleshwar for 1 month. It was then that Srila Rupa Goswami could see Gopal's beauty to his heart's content. The following description concerning Vittaleshwar is given in the Bhakti Ratnakara 5th wave. Sri Vallabha Bhatta has two sons. The elder Gopinath was born in 1432 Shakabda era, AD 1510, and the younger Vittaleshwar was born in 1437 AD 1515 and died in 1507 Shakabda, AD 1585. Vittaleshwar had 7 sons: Giridhara, Govinda, Balakrishna, Gokulesha, Raghunatha, Yadunatha, and Ganashyam. Vittaleshwar completed many of his father's unfinished books, including his commentary on Vedanta Sutra, the Subodhini commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, Vidwan Mandana, Shringara Rasa Mandana, and Nyayadesha Vivarana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Vrindavan before the birth of Vittaleshwar. As previously mentioned, Srila Rupa Goswami was very old at the time Gopal stayed at the house of Vittaleshwar.
Gopal, Lord Gopal, stayed for 1 month at the house of Vittaleshwar.
So Lord Gopal stayed for 1 month in the house of Vittaleshwar
in Mathura.
At
that time, Rupa and Goswami and Sanatana Goswami had the deity darshan.
At that time, Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami had the deity's darshan. C.C. Madhya 1848.
মথুরায় বিঠলেশ্বর গৃহে 1 মাস সপরিকরে শ্রীরূপের গোপাল দর্শন। তবে রূপ গোসাই সব নিজগণ লইয়া 1 মাস দর্শন কইলা মথুরায় রহিয়া।
Srila Rupa Goswami and his associates stayed in Mathura for 1 month and saw the Gopal deity.
Rupa Goswami, taking advantage of the deity's presence in Mathura.
So Rupa Goswami, taking the advantage of the deity's presence in Mathura,
stayed for 1 month to have the darshan of the deity while he was there in Mathura.
Stayed for 1 month in Mathura while the deity was there and took his darshan. C.C. Madhya 18.49.
সঙ্গে গোপাল ভট্ট দাস রঘুনাথ ভট্ট গোসাই আর লোকনা।
When Rupa Goswami stayed at Mathura, he was accompanied by Gopala Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Dasa Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and Lokanath Dasa Goswami. Sri Lokanath Goswami was a personal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and a great devotee of the Lord. He was a resident of a village named Talakhadi in the district of Jashore in Bengal. Previously, he lived in Kanchadapada. His father's name was Padmanabha, and his only sibling was his younger brother named Praghalbha. Following the orders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Lokanath went to Vrindavan to live. He established a temple named Gokulananda. Srila Narottam Das Thakur selected Lokanath Das Goswami to be his spiritual master, and Narottam Das Thakur was his only disciple. Because Lokanath Das Goswami did not want his name mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we do not often see it to be celebrated in this celebrated book. on the EVR railroad on the Jashore station is located in Bangladesh. From the railway station, one has to go by bus to the village of Sonakhali and from there to Kejura. From there, one has to walk or during the rainy season go by boat to the village of Talakhadi. In this village, there are still descendants of Lokanath Goswami's younger brother.
So it's the way that one can reach the birthplace of Lokanath Das Goswami
The way that one can reach the birthplace of Lokanath Das Goswami
is mentioned above.
is mentioned above.
I saw the birthplace in near to Jessar.
I saw the birthplace in near to Jessore.
There also the birthplace of Rupa and Sanatan.
Near is also the birthplace of Rupa and Sanatan.
His son has a temple there, Rupa Sanatan Smriti Tirtha.
And ISKCON has a temple there, Rup Sanatan Smriti Tirtha.
One day in the future, we'll try to get the birthplace of Sri Lokanath Goswami.
One day in the future, we'll try to get the birthplace of Sri Lokanath Goswami. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 18.15.
গর্ব গোসাইয়ার শ্রীজীব গোসাই শ্রী যাদব আচার্য আর গোবিন্দ গোসাই
Bhugarbha Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, Sri Jadava Acharya and Govinda Goswami also accompanied Srila Rupa Goswami.
All the transcendental personalities will come in Rupa Goswami are mentioned above.
So, all the great personalities who accompanied Rupa Goswamis are mentioned above
And also below.
and also below. CC Madhya 18.51.
শ্রী উদ্ধব দাসার মাধব দুইজন শ্রী গোপাল দাসার দাস নারায়ণ
He was also accompanied by Sri Uddhav Das, Madhava, Sri Gopal Das and Narayan Das. CC Madhya 1852.
গোবিন্দ ভক্ত আর বাণী কৃষ্ণ দাস পুণ্ডরীকাক্ষ ঈশানার লঘু হরি দাস
The great devotee Govinda, Vani Krishnadasa, Pundari Kaksha, Ishana and Lagu Haridasa also accompanied him. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Lagu Haridas should not be confused with Junior Haridas, who committed suicide at Prayag. Generally, a devotee is called Haridasa, and consequently, there are many Haridasas. The chief was Thakur Haridas. There was also a Madhyama Haridasa. In Bhakti Ratnakara, 6th wave, there is a list of many of the chief devotees who accompanied Srila Rupa Goswami. The following Vaishnavas were present with Srila Rupa Goswami: the merciful Gopala Bhatta Goswami, Bhugarbha Goswami, Sri Lokanath Goswami, the reservoir of good qualities, Sri Madhava, Sri Paramananda Bhattacharya, Sri Madhu Pandita, whose characteristics are all wonderful, Premi Krishnadasa, Krishnadasa Brahmachari, Yadava Acharya, the merciful Narayana, Sri Pundarikaksha Goswami, Govinda, Ishana, Sri Govinda, the magnanimous Vani Krishnadasa, Sri Uddhava, who occasionally visited Bengal, Vijay Haridasa, Krishnadasa Kaviraja, Sri Gopala Dasa, whose body is completely spiritual, Sri Gopala, Madhava, and many others.
Rupa Goswami had many devotees with him.
So Rupa Goswami had many devotees with him.
And they all saw the Gopal deity for 1 month.
And they all saw the Gopal deity for 1 month. C.C. Madhya 18.53.
ঈশ মুখ্য ভক্ত লইয়া নিজ সঙ্গে শ্রী গোপাল দর্শন কইলা বহু রঙ্গে.
It was with great jubilation that Rupa Goswami visited Lord Gopal, accompanied by all these devotees.
Rupa Goswami and all these devotees took advantage of the presence of Lord Gopal.
Rupa Goswami and all the other devotees took advantage of the presence of Lord Gopal in Mathura
for 1 month.
for 1 month.
Otherwise, out of respect, they're not climbing up the Govardhan hill.
Otherwise, out of respect, they were not climbing up the Govardhan hill. Chaitanya C.C. Madhya 18.54.
মাসান্তে গোপালের সহিত শ্রী রূপের স্বসা স্থানে প্রত্যাবর্তন. এক মাস রহি গোপাল গেল নিজ স্থানে শ্রীরূপ গোসাই আইলা শ্রী বৃন্দাবনে.
After staying at Mathura for 1 month, the Gopal deity returned to his own place and Sri Rupa Goswami returned to Vrindavan.
So I understood that normally Rupa Goswami stayed in Vrindavan.
So it is understood normally Rupa Goswami stayed in Vrindavan.
And his Samadhi Mandir is in the Radha Damodar temple.
His Samadhi Mandir is in the Radha Damodar temple.
Prabhupada would, I still Prabhupada, I say, His Holiness, His Divine Grace, His Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada would see the Samadhi of Rupa and Sanatana from his window.
So His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada would see the Samadhi of Rupa and Sanatan from his window. C.C. Madhya 18.55.
মহাপ্রভুর কাম্যবনে আগমন. প্রস্তাবে কহিল গোপাল কৃপা রাখা তবে মহাপ্রভু গেলা শ্রী কাম্যবন.
In the course of this story, I have given a description of Lord Gopal's mercy. After seeing the Gopal deity, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Sri Kamyavan. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Kamyavan is mentioned in the Adi Varaha Purana. Lord Shiva said, "The best of all forests is the fourth of this, named Kamyaka. O Goddess Devi, any person who goes to this eligible to enjoy the glories of my abode." In this Kamyavan, Krishna performed enchanting pastimes. Here, you will be able to take darshan of many ponds and other transcendental spots. I cannot even describe in writing all the sacred tirthas found in Kamyavan.
I stayed overnight in Kamyavan
I stayed overnight in Kamyavan
in a tent,
in a tent,
and there are so many monkeys there.
and there are so many monkeys there.
They came and knocked on my tent.
And they came and knocked on my tent.
So, place is very special. Krishna performed many pastimes in Kamyavan.
This place is very special. Krishna performed many pastimes in Kamyavan. Thus ends the chapter entitled Descending from Govardhan. Lord Gopal grants interview to Sri Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Rupa Goswami under the section Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's visit to Sri Vrindavan.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.